possible, please make a donation today at radiofreebrooklyn.org.
Oh, are we? Can you guys hear anything?
Oh, I can now.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. We did it.
Woohoo!
Woo.
All right.
Nice.
My God. What a whirlwind. You guys have no idea. You guys have been outside. Okay, this is no suggestion. I'm Ralph Jean-Pierre. What the audience doesn't know is this show is being fabricated of pure light and chance right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Ralph Jean-Pierre. There's no suggestion, an improv comedy talk show. Got returning guest co-host Jake Joseph here today.
Hello.
Yes. And our guest today is Christopher Morrucci.
Yeah,
Is that how you say it?
Yeah. It's think more and Gucci. Yeah. So, but yeah, you got it. Morucci. If I could roll my R, I would, but it's something that I medically can't do.
You medically can't roll your R.
Yeah.
Okay.
The doctors told you can't do it or you will die?
Yeah, I've tried to roll my R every time I've gone to a doctor's office in recent memory. Like, I would go in for a COVID test and they'd be like, hey, can you also roll your R's? And unfortunately, no.
They're like,
Wow.
if you do that, we're going to give you an EpiPen. Like,
It is technically an allergy.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're allergic to the rolled R. Gotcha.
That. There's so much I want to say about that, and I don't know where to go. But
Sorry, starting off too strong.
No, it's a yours. Well, yes, you're starting off too strong, and that it's too good.
Okay.
It's too real and too deep. I'm exasperated because I literally came back. I ran to the bathroom and came back 30 seconds before this show starts. My glasses are fogged. I am in a huff. What do they call this when your dander is up? What do they call it? Your dander being up?
Activated?
Yeah.
I'm activated.
You're enthused.
Ooh.
You're alive.
You guys just don't be scared, okay? I'm just activated.
Hey,
All right?
No worries.
it's okay.
I don't want you to be scared of me.
I
I don't want you to be intimidated, all right? I'm just excited. I'm just passionate. No one here did anything wrong.
Hey, just because the pin has been pulled doesn't mean you got to blow up, man.
Yeah, and I hear you. And the more you actually say don't be scared, the kind of opposite reaction my body has.
All right. Listen, cadets, you are the finest troop.
Yes.
You are the finest troop of cadets in the Army, okay? Just Captain's getting excited. That's all. I'm just getting excited. I'm enthused, and I'm happy for your work, okay? You are the best ROTC group in Illinois, and that is without a doubt.
Thank you.
Captain. I think the thing that we're all worried about is, like, do we have permission to speak freely? This has gone really casual. Normally, we would have to be a lot more.
Right now, you're
deferential.
standing at attention.
Mhm.
I called at attention, and it's because I'm proud of the way you come to attention, okay? But I want you to know that this is about my pride and my enjoyment and what you each do as individuals and what you bring as a group, as a unit, as a core.
This is
Wow.
honestly so lovely to hear, because normally when you were talking to us like this, you were asking us to get on the ground and give you 20 to 70 push-ups.
I want you to know, even that's not a punishment. Even that is not a judgment. That's just me getting you to invest more in your development and how strong that you are.
Sir, yes, sir.
I think this is a trap. I think he's trying to trap us. I think this is like he's gonna the other shoe's gonna fall at some point, and he's gonna ask us to run 6 miles.
There's
or something.
more to being an ROTC cadet than just shining up your buttons and shining your shoes. There's more to it. There's a pride. There's a dignity. There's a rich history that goes from before you even entered high school. I hope you are aware of that, and I hope you take pride in it. It's emblazoned across all your faces. You are a representation of tradition.
Yeah. Oh my God! Every time he talks about tradition, he's gonna make us try and do like the first inoculations that were done with like back in the George Washington times, like 1776.
When I was first in ROTC, before I entered the Marine Corps, my first duties were just marching. They were to shine my medals, and they were to understand what each test, what each requirement was of me, and I pursued those requirements with a fervor, with a diligence, with a pride to know that my whole corps was behind me and counting on me.
Okay, last time I did this, we ended up in a rowboat in one of the pool, like the campus fountains because he wanted to do the crossing of the
Do a
Delaware.
quick lap
scene.
up and down these bleachers.
Okay. These bleachers are so tall. Captain, I want to let you know that though that might not have been my strongest performance physically, I am proud of where I'm at.
Captain, I would follow you across the Delaware and into Gettysburg. And
It's funny you should say that, boys. Get in the car. We're going to Delaware. We're going to Delaware right now. I've decided.
Delaware in your Kia?
Yes.
let's go to Delaware.
Again, we're high schoolers. Don't we need to get signed out? I know this is ROTC, and I know that this will pay for my college, and it will make my father and every generation that came before me proud that I served my country. But it's okay for us to just leave school grounds and go to Delaware today?
Well, I'll answer that question this way. I'd like you to each grab your history textbooks and turn to the page where it displays the permission slips of the men who followed George Washington
That's
across
a trick
the Delaware.
question. There are no permission slips.
Let's get into the Kia.
Let's get in the Kia.
Sir, yes, sir.
It's a Sorrento. See? All right. I don't know what just happened.
Improv just happened.
I love it.
It's beautiful. And you were the most beautiful cadets.
Aw.
Yes, it's
Thanks.
true.
Thanks, Captain.
Have either of you been in RTC?
I know this is a podcast, but I'm not sure if you can tell by my voice, but no.
Okay.
I was in the Boy Scouts, which was military propaganda, but just not as formal.
Oh.
Is that an entry? Or is that like a what is it called? A gateway drug to the military?
I think so. I think the Boy Scouts spends a lot of time trying to get you to join the military.
I would probably agree with that. I was a Boy Scout for about 3 weeks before I got tired of it. And I requested my mom let me stay home and play Pokemon. That's how long I was a Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say I requested my mom let me stay home and play poker.
And play poker. Well, I did do a lot of game nights at my place when I got older, but at this point I was probably a middle schooler and was very much more into Pokemon.
Mom, I don't want to do the Boy Scouts. I want to gamble. I want to go to the casino.
Hey, honey. These two things are not the same. You are gonna go out. You're gonna learn all the skills to be a grown man. You're gonna be a wonderful Boy Scout. You're gonna learn how to start a fire. You're gonna learn how to walk a little old lady across the street. You are not going to gamble your life away.
I can do that at the casino. I can light her cigarette and then walk her across the street and carry her oxygen for her.
Oh my God. No, I'm not going. I hear that you want to be a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
But gambling is not what good people do.
Mom, I want to be a good Samaritan by taking money away from addicts. Right?
The doorbell fell off.
Oh.
It's me, Scout Leader Quincy. I was standing at the screen door and I overheard your conversation with your son. I'm here to reassure your son, Mrs. Wallace. Scouts now have it's a beige. It's a badge. It's beige. It's a beige.
The
color.
beige badge.
It's a beige badge. Well, it's not the beige badge. It's just beige in color.
Got
it's
it.
It's a gambling badge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, honey.
It's about counting cards.
It's about counting. It's a card. It's a card counting.
I
badge.
almost have the merit badge. The last thing I have to do is get thrown out by casino security for winning too much. That's the last requirement to get the merit
I need your
badge.
son to come with me to Atlantic City.
Yeah, I need to get roughed up by a bouncer and a pit boss.
I'm so sorry. So you do want to stay with the Boy Scouts, but you want to stay with the gambling Boy Scouts?
Of course. I mean, the Boy Scouts and the gambling Boy Scouts are the same now.
We're one and the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they just call it the Scouts.
We've expanded our definition of wilderness, Miss
Mhm.
Wallace.
Yeah, the wilderness of the unknown.
And the wilderness of Atlantic City?
There's a changing world out there, and the Boy Scouts have to keep up with the demands of urban development, of gentrification, of
Late-stage capitalism.
Late stage capitalism. The wilderness has changed. I mean, I can start a fire, I can tie a knot, but I didn't learn to count cards.
Mm-hmm. And I can, updated for the modern day, I can instill a democratic riot like the Arab Springs through social media. And I can also use my speculative knowledge to gamble effectively at a casino.
I know it's hard to believe, Miss Wallace, but your son has just described 7 different badges.
That is hard to believe. It sounded like 3 things, but my main investment, honey, Jimmy. I want you to be able to get into a good college. That's why I wanted you to become an Eagle Scout. It looks great on a resume. I don't know if counting cards looks good on a resume.
It's not only counting cards, it's also using American hegemonic societal values to start insurrections in other countries.
Okay, honey.
I've been working with the CIA.
Whoa.
The Boy Scouts have expanded their horizons. And also, we've expanded beyond preparing young men for college. We're also preparing young men for entrepreneurship and to enter Silicon Valley. Mm-hmm. Your son has told me several times that he wants to sell leggings on the internet.
Yeah, and those leggings are going to track the locations of people for the Patriot Act.
Oh, so that those all those Etsy shopping charges were being used for Boy Scouts?
No, they were being used as part of a psyop for the CIA. But we're going to talk about it. It's going to be earmarked under the Boy Scouts for secrecy purposes.
Okay, so again, I'm so overwhelmed that you have decided to continue on with Boy Scouts. I'm so proud of you.
Mom, do you ever see
this
redacted? Do you see this redacted merit badge? That's the CIA merit badge, but it's redacted.
I literally thought a pen spilled in your breast pocket.
No.
It's redacted.
For secrecy.
There was a fight. There was a physical altercation when it was redacted.
Oh my God. Were you in a fight, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Are you safe?
I fought one of the people contained at Guantanamo.
Oh my God. Wait. What side of are you working with the U.S. or working against them?
Yes.
I mean,
no.
Yes.
Oh my God. The Scouts.
We serve both sides now.
The Boy Scouts really serves the Matrix.
Miss.
Miss Wallace to you.
Miss Wallace, please.
Mom.
Do you want to be freed?
Blue pill.
Or red pill?
Red pill.
Okay, so if I'm being honest, first of all, I'm upset that you just have unlabeled prescription medication in your pocket. We're going to talk about this later.
We stopped selling popcorn, and now we just go up to houses and try and get people to take the blue pill or the
Both
red
of those are NyQuils. This is a metaphor, but we just want to know, are you with
then I'm not going to take a NyQuil right now.
Oh, beautiful. Speaking of games, you're a gamesman.
Oh, I love games.
So I recently, Christopher was able to, you both have shows that you host.
Mm-hmm.
Jake hosts a late night talk show at the Pit.
Yep.
And you've been doing your show mostly at Caveat.
Yeah.
Duty free.
Yeah.
It's a game show that takes games from other international game shows, and you guys try them on here with a bunch of Americans.
Yeah.
I want to know, is that you have that show and I think another show that you've been working on, which is
so I do all sorts of nonsense, but
talk about it.
Yeah, Duty Free, the game show that you were just talking about. It's so fun. Ralph was a wonderful guest on last month. We just finished up our first run at Caveat, but Kent Morita, Grant Mullets, and I, we import 2 different international game shows each time, and we play them with, again, New York comedians. Very, very fun, very silly time. Then I also host a disco variety show with Kendall Davis, which is like a clown-filled, rage-filled interpretation of us not knowing what the 70s are. And it's fun, very queer, very, like, we've got drag acts on, we've got burlesque acts on, and we dance and do comedy.
Wow.
It's very fun and silly.
Nice.
How long have both of these shows been happening?
The Duty Free show we started, actually, I think they might have both started the same month. No. The Duty Free was a month before. So we just finished up our 7-month run. So we November of 2020. And then What month comes after November? Is it December?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then December of 2022. Sorry, 2022 for both of these things. December of 2022 was when discount first started.
What? Where in your heart are these shows coming from? Is it because are you just like, I just want to make some shows during the pandemic, or is it like I want to dance and play games? What part of you is prolifically creating these shows? Is it what part of you is this coming out of?
Yeah. So, I think literally every orifice that I have is involved.
That is beautiful and gross.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
that's just the way I like my comedy.
Yeah,
Ooh, it oozes from you.
yeah.
Mm.
They feel. I mean, duty free feels very much like. I guess the dynamic you had with your friends. It feels like your sensibility. Yeah.
I love that show. So Duty Free was one that I was lucky enough to know Kent and Grant, but they were both the ones that were like, we want to import game shows. And I was over in the corner and I was like, I like playing games. And so I was like, let me play games with you all the time. I'll do whatever you need to make this happen.
Yeah.
But then for like discount, my buddy Kendall Davis and I, we were trying to find like a variety show of something that just like lit us up and brought us joy. And we found it in something that we know nothing about, which is the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And, but then I will literally take any excuse to make a show. Like, our mutual friend, RJ Williams, and I, we just had our debut earlier this week of RJ Istifer. Or sorry, Argistifer. I always say it wrong.
Okay.
Which is a beautiful portmanteau of our two names, but it's like a musical comedy duo. And then also, like, we know each other because you coached one of the freestyle teams that I was on.
Mm-hmm.
So like literally any chance I can get my sweaty orifices on to make a show, I'll make that show.
Wow. But I love that. Gosh, I feel like for me, whenever I'm making a show, it's like there's a thing I want to do. There's like a utility that it's serving.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I have a lot of just like, let's just do a show. Let's make a show.
Yeah.
Do you where do you land on that? Are you like,
Yeah,
I want to accomplish this thing, or you're like, shows are fun, let's just make a show happen?
I want to hear about this talk show.
I guess a little bit of both. Yeah, so I host a farce of a late night show.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily because I love late night. It's because I just wanted to do a show where I got to interview indie comedians and kind of give them essentially like the late night experience. Like we're all people working hard, doing things, doing cool stuff, interesting people. We have fun stories to tell. Just because we're not celebrities doesn't mean that we shouldn't get like a late night type experience to tell our goofy little quirky stories about the stuff that we do. So I just kind of like was like, oh, I want to do a show that was like focused on the other people that I've met throughout improv throughout the years. Late night just kind of became the tool that was the best fit for that.
Yeah, it's a cool vehicle for that.
Yeah. And so like it was kind of just like one of those things. I wanted to challenge myself to be the host of a show, to use some interviewing skills that I got from a new job, and then this kind of just made sense to be like the package that would happen under, like the game that we played. And so it was like coming at it from both angles, I think, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
I love that.
Where do you come from, Christopher?
Oh, you know.
Where did you emerge from?
So I grew up in the classic pipeline to New York City, Montana.
Wow.
Yeah.
That old chestnut.
Yeah.
Montana. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I know. I don't know if we've talked about this, but I don't think I know many people from Montana.
I am usually out here the first person from Montana that most people meet.
Do you have like a Montana community in New York?
I actually have. Once I moved out here, because I originally came out here doing mostly theater stuff, because there's slightly just a eensy-weensy bit bigger artistic community in New York than Montana. I made that leap. But after I moved out here, the most of the people from Montana that move out away from Montana, specifically this far from Montana, are other artists.
Yeah.
And so there is like a little crew that we're in like a text group, and we'll just check in on our other little country mice, see how we're doing, like go for a walk and chat and hang.
I heard you're thinking about leaving.
Well,
I'm here to tell you. Think twice about it.
But I
know you can't see me in these bushes and shrubbery, but you hear my voice loud and clear telling you, you might want to think twice about leaving.
Oh, we're the voice of regret. We're the voice that you'll hear in your head when you regret leaving.
No, but
That's my wife. We're also making apple butter out here in the trees, but also we're the voice of regret.
All right. I need to go. I need to spread my wings. I need to find a community bigger than what I have here. We're in a small town. There's literally not a post office here. We have one store that has like one special a day. I can't eat any more beef. I can't. I need to go. I need to go to the city. I need to try Thai food. I need to sing a song. I need to walk. I need to get hit by a car at least once. I need to get out of here.
Hold on now. First of all, you're making my wife make the ghost noise again.
Oh, regret.
Because we've heard this story before. Second of all, anybody in this town can hit you with a car.
Yeah, I hit 2 people with a car this week.
You're in grave danger of getting your license revoked.
I know, but I'm
Tildy.
doing a good service to these young boys in this town.
I really want to emphasize that getting hit by a car was not the first thing on my list.
Yeah, but
I
being
want to
hit
try
by a
Thai
car
food.
is the way to be a man.
Yep.
Oh God.
That's a rite of passage. We could easily do that for you in this town. Then what's the other things on that list? What's the other things that we can't do in this town?
I want to live in a melting pot. I want to meet people who have had different experiences. I don't want every person I meet to have just been hit by a car driven by your wife. I don't want everyone in my social circle to have the same Honda bumper imprinted on their back.
We make apple butter in the trees.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what this community does. I don't know why you're not up here. I know you know how to make apple butter. I know you've made plenty of apple butter in these trees.
Of
Yeah,
course.
we moonshine apple butter.
Of course. And it is pretty good apple butter.
Come
It is
on now.
the main export from our town to the town 2 hours away, but nowhere else even knows about the apple butter, okay?
Why do
Okay.
you think I've never been arrested for hitting so many people with our car?
Because the first person you hit was the sheriff and the only cop in town. And so after you hit him, there was no one else to arrest you.
What you're also missing is my wife made that ghost noise after she did it.
Oh, regret. That's what I
See?
say after every time I hit somebody.
I'm not going to okay, so you do feel bad about hitting people.
No, I'm saying that on behalf of them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they can know they're about to make a bad decision.
Yeah. Because think about it. Everybody in this town has got the perfect piece of conversation icebreaker. When did you get hit by me?
When did Tildy hit you with a car? And you're trying to go off to some big city to get hit by
And
a
what
car.
would
Yeah, I
what
wanna-
would they? You don't. There's so many cars in New York. How would you be able to use that as an icebreaker?
Well, because I would just picture it. Me, Jamie, just walking down. I don't know. I think they have a
little blonde-haired cherub
Oh my!
Oh,
All right.
Regret.
walking down the streets of New York.
Walking down, I don't know, Fifth Ave. Do they have that? They're walking down Fifth Ave, and I see a taxi driver. They honk their horn at me. They're like, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way! It's a red light. I'm driving here. You know, New York." And then I'm slowly crossing the walk. I'm a little too slow. They hit me. I roll over on top, and I get their insurance information, and then after that we text back and forth about collecting the claim and like whose fault it was and who's paying for whose damages. But then because of this shared moment that we have, I make my first New York friend, and that is a yellow cab driver.
Oh,
A medallion owner.
Regret.
No.
There's so many things that are missing from that story. First of all, Fifth Avenue. How many avenues does one town need?
No more than 2.
We only have one.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense that it's called Third Ave.
It's Third Avenue. It's the only avenue we have. That's first. Second of all, where are the trees in that story? Where are you gonna make apple butter?
Mm-hmm.
You say it like you haven't seen pictures of the parks. They have Central Park, and I'm sure some auxiliary parks if there's a central one. It's New York City, damn it.
I don't know.
It's New York City.
I don't know. What are you going to do when you go to the coffee shop next to your apartment and you see someone there that you want to talk to? But you can't ask them when was the last time they got hit by me.
You can't ask them what's your favorite variety of apple butter or which trees are your favorite to stir up a batch of apple butter in.
Mm-hmm. You can't ask them how many young men that you've had a deep conversation with while hiding in the woods.
Tildy, Wildy,
That's us.
there are more things to communicate on a human level than hitting people with your car and apple butter. I could walk up and be like, hey, I love your hair. Oh my God, you're not a ghost. I see you. I see your physical corporeal form. Why? What? But you could just walk up to someone and say like, hey, are you enjoying that book you're reading? No, Tildy, Wildy, get Tildy back in that bush with you. Wildy.
These are ideas. I don't know where you got them from, but it sure wasn't 3rd Avenue.
Tildy. No, don't back me over. No, I will stand my ground,
Going
Tildy.
very slowly.
Tildy, ow. Okay, you're just pushing me. You're pushing me back. Tildy.
This is how it goes.
Tildy, stop.
Oh, I'm not going to stop until you say you're not leaving. Beep.
God,
Have some apple butter.
Okay, I'll have one. I will have one scoop of apple butter. And I promise you, this is not going to change my mind.
I don't know how to get down from this tree. See?
Scene.
That's Montana, right?
Yeah.
we got it right.
Yeah. Big apple community.
Yeah.
There was a big swing and you took it and it was, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
What is the name of the town you grew up in?
Yeah.
What do you remember fondly? What were some challenges? I want to know. I don't know anything about Montana.
So the town that I tell people that I'm from is Missoula, Montana.
Okay, that's the one people know.
Well,
There's
yeah.
this, like a special
That's
puppet company, a theater company there, right?
So they have the Missoula Children's Theater,
Yes.
which is the big. They do like national, like regional tours of like TYA theater for young
I
audience.
thought for a long time about moving to Montana and trying to join that company.
You would. First of all, I think you would love that company. If you ever are like, hey, I'm gonna move to Missoula tomorrow, just text me and I will introduce you to literally the entire town.
Wow.
I worked for that theater company for a while.
I've never met anybody who worked for that company. I don't even know how I found out about it, but I was always like, that sounds cool.
They're lovely. Like, yeah, it's a bunch of teaching artists that drive around and like just share the art of theater with kids, and they help like they do shows, but they also do devised theater. I choreographed for them for a while for their like the what is it called? Their play in a days. I would come up with like devised stuff for the kids and choreograph for them for a while.
Goodness.
I love them. But yeah, I say I'm from Missoula, Montana, because that's like where I went to college, and it's like the one liberal part of like, but and when I say the one, I mean like the one liberal part of Montana. But I grew up
state.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, the whole state. It's a very red place. One of the reasons that I don't like living there and I'm not there anymore. But I'm originally from. But before that, I lived in Lewistown, Montana, which is the dead center of the state. It's known for their Yogo sapphires. But then before that, I lived in Landusky, Montana, which is like northeast, which is a literal ghost town. So when my on the maps when I lived there, it said ghost town. So that part would surprise.
The map said ghost town.
Yeah, the Tildy was the only accurate part of that story. The ghost sounds. So my mom was a teacher, and that's why we lived there, because she got a grant to run a one-room schoolhouse in this town. So
holy moly.
Yeah. It was crazy stuff. And so my mom was the teacher. We lived in the Teacherage, which was like the one house that was right across the street from the school. And the school was kindergarten through 8th grade, and the biggest year that we were there was like 12 students in the school. So there was like one other girl in my class, and then and I was there from kindergarten through 4th grade, and that did not developmentally stunt me in any way.
And that was the only school nearby.
Yeah. So the reason why my mom was able to get that grant was because otherwise Montana is so big. It's just below Texas in size, but there's 1 million people in the whole state, so it's like spread out. And so the kids in that town would have to be bused over an hour and a half each way to school, to another public school. And so that's why. So these were all farmers and ranchers kids, and we were in the middle of nowhere. There was literally a mountain lion that lived on in the town because it's an old mining town that got just once the gold rush ended, everybody left. It's named after the sheriff that got shot on a hill there.
How many times have you seen that mountain lion?
Oh, so you don't see mountain lions. You hear mountain lions. And so mountain lions, you can look this up. Literally, I'll send you a video later because it's not going to sound like I'm lying. Mountain lions sound like a young girl just sobbing, shrieking, crying. And so you hear that. And then the one retired firefighter, you two are both looking at me like I'm lying to you.
No,
I'm trying to imagine this noise in my head.
I would do it into the microphones, but I won't do that to your listeners. Because I want to be asked back. The one old retired firefighter who lived on the street would walk around and be like, time to bring the dogs in, the mountain lion's out again. And so you would bring your dogs in so they weren't eaten by the mountain lion.
Holy moly. Was anybody ever attacked by the mountain lion in the time that you were there?
No. So, but you definitely would hear it. And mountain lions are the sort of thing that they sneak up on you. So they're you don't go hiking when the mountain lion's out and about. Cause they,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That tracks, right?
Holy moly. Okay. And at what age did you leave land?
So that was Landusky.
Landusky.
After Mayor Landusky, who was shot to death in a duel there. I believe I might be embellishing that a little bit, but
yeah.
In 5th grade, I moved to the big city, which was Lewistown, Montana. 3,500 people in that town.
Oh, so you've been used to just skipping town for the old big city. That's your whole MO.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me read this real fast. Hey, you're listening to Radio Free Brooklyn, independent listener-supported radio. Your support keeps us going. Radio Free Brooklyn's mission is to provide free and open platform to our community and promote media literacy, education, free expression, and public art. We rely on donations from listeners like you. Every dollar helps us stay on the air and allows us to continue our work in the community. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so all contributions are tax deductible. Please support us with a monthly pledge or one-time donation at radiofreebrooklyn.org/donate. It says on the bottom of the sheet, do not throw away.
Oh my God, that was so fast, Ralph.
I just try to get through it so we get back to the fun and games. Okay, but Montana. All right, so then you move. What's the next place you moved to?
So Lewistown is where I went from. I was there from 5th through high school, or when I would have graduated high school. I dropped out of high school, but
whoa, you're the second guest.
Really?
My guest last week. One of my guests last week,
Really?
Scott Ritchie, dropped out of high school.
There's something in the air.
You dropped out of high. I would never have guessed that.
I often that is something that surprises people.
Talk about that.
Was it because your high school is for 4 people?
No, so don't worry. My would have been graduating class was 70 people.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we did move up. No, this is less entertaining, but it was I dropped out because medical stuff was going on in my life. I was dealing with headaches and stuff, and so I couldn't keep up with the curriculum. So I dropped out of public school and then self-taught at home for a couple of years before I got my good old GED and went to college.
You got that JED.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out those headaches?
I still unfortunately deal with headaches, but my mindfulness is actually a big thing that came into play there. Mindfulness, and then just wanting to, this is gonna again sound corny, but I started dancing in what would have been my senior year of high school, and it was that thing that dancing is so, you have to be so in and aware of your body and the space that you live in, and just are conscious of everything going on. That it really helped, and dance really saved my life in a lot of ways. So I took the year that I would have been a senior and then the year after, and I just danced and taught with the studio there. So the reason I started dancing at that dance studio was because I got tricked by my mom, but they had a free scholarship to any boys because they hadn't had a boy dance at this dance studio. Because again, we're in central Montana and the town is 3,500 people. They had not had a boy dance at this dance studio in 10 years. So they said, if any boy wants to come through, they can learn how to dance for free, and we'll give them free classes, free whatever. You can do it as much as you want. And I did that for a couple years, and it really just became my everything. And then by the time I was done walking out those doors, I was teaching all boys tap and jazz classes, and we had 15 boys in the studio, and I was so proud.
You are quite an imposing, robust boy to want to dance.
Well, it's such a beautiful art form. I wanted mostly to improve my play on the football field.
That's very unorthodox, Lucas. Your knuckles are touching the ground.
Yes, I would be so good at lifting my partners. I've seen all of these athletes who really move on to the next step of their careers. I want to get drafted into the NFL, so I wanted to come in here to my little town's community dance studio and take some ballet.
First, we've got to figure. Please come into the door.
Oh,
come into the door poster. You'll have to. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have to turn my right shoulder going down, right shoulder going under.
You're pushing against the frame of the door.
Yeah. Oh, boss, I'm sorry, but we're at fire code. Like, it's either we can fit 40 people in the room or just him and 2 other people.
Just Lucas.
I promise you I am willing to pay for private, whatever it takes. I want to be the best football player, and I think ballet will do it.
It's just that anytime you start dancing, the thuds are so loud you can't hear any of the music, and we think that there's another giant coming for this town. And
okay, first of all, that first giant was just my older brother. We are a large family. Obviously, we're big-boned kids. Please stop.
He was very cruel to many of the dancers, and he was much too large to be cruel to anybody.
Yeah, we had to chase him away with the pitchforks and torches. And
you do see how that's problematic, being that it was literally my older brother, right? I'm sorry that he was a little rude.
I'm going to be honest. We don't want to have to do the same thing for you. It was a traumatic experience for all of us to chase a giant out of our city.
We don't want to have to chase you back toward the ocean or into the center of a lake.
I promise you, I am not like my brother. I just want to dance so that I can score a touchdown.
It's hard to even look at You're a handsome boy, but you're mostly forehead, and it protrudes so far in front of you.
That's just because only my head has been able to make it through the door so far.
These are very delicate, mostly young ladies, but also, these are delicate young ladies. We haven't had a man, and it's strange that the first man who will dance in this school will be a massive giant who is the younger brother of the boy who terrorized and attacked our young dancers. Just 7 years before.
Let's give him a little bit of a shot. All right, here, I'm going to play a little bit of tune. Let's see what you do. Fee, fi.
Okay. That's offensive. We can't. You didn't play a tune. You just looked at me and sang a derogatory song.
I don't know. That was a song to me. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Twiddly dee and twiddly dum. Damn it! No.
Oh God, the building's cracking. Oh God, paint's falling. Oh,
I don't know if you're meant to dance. I don't know if it's possible. My assistant is shaking.
Yeah.
And your tea is on the ground.
Yeah.
Porcelain.
Yeah, I think I slipped a disc.
You did. Okay. I'm sorry that I got a little riled up when my favorite family song started to play, but I just want to dance. Okay, here, I'll be honest with you. I was being coy earlier. I don't care about football. I don't care about getting into the NFL.
What do you care about, giant?
I care.
What kind of heart could you have? What kind of feeling or emotion could you have for the
what
art
kind of
dance?
thing could fill the crater of the footprints you leave behind on this earth?
The massive canyon that would contains your heart.
The only thing that I think could fill the crater of my heart is a grand jeté, a pas de bourrée, other dance moves.
Don't shed that tear. You'll flood the whole first floor.
No.
Yeah.
Don't shed that tear.
I need this. I want to do lifts. I want to do a pas de deux. I want to be in the Nutcracker. Please, just let me dance. Please.
Oh, you're only halfway through the doorway. Don't break the door frame.
Your cries of anger and anguish are attracting mountain lions.
You
what are you
flooded
doing?
the whole rug, the first floor.
This is because I just wanted to dance. I just wanted to dance.
Oh no, the earth, the hill that we're on, it's sliding.
Here, no, hey, here. I will keep this dance studio on top of the hill in town where you like to be. If
If what, Giant?
you let me take a dance class with you. I want to learn how to salsa tonight.
There's only one place that's safe to teach you dance, and that's the tar pits of Eldermore.
Wait, no. Stop lighting those pitchforks on fire. Get back.
You've left us with no choice.
You can only dance in the tar pits.
No. I would like to dance in your studio.
You can't fit in the studio, but I will be there 7 a.m. every day
Wait.
to teach you dance in those tar pits.
Oh, there's actually a dance studio in the tar pits? I think I misunderstood. I thought you were running me out of town.
There will be a militia present each time.
Yeah.
That's
We're going to
for
be
my
there with
safety.
pitchforks and torches.
Honestly, I'm fine with that. First of all, I promise not to hurt you. All of the things that have been upsetting to you are just situationally happening because of how big I am. I am very kind.
All right.
We believe you.
All right. The tar pits, 7 a.m. tomorrow for salsa?
You can dance if you want to. You
You
can
can
leave your friends behind.
And if you don't dance, then you don't dance.
then you know friends of mine.
Do.
B5. Scene.
I did not remember the words to that song.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We did our best.
They tweedledee, tweedledee. Oh, the safety dance song.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you genuinely meant you didn't remember the song, the lyrics to Fee Fi Fo Fum.
Oh, that too. That was the only thing I knew was Fee Fi Fo Fum.
I feel that you both have a similar story in that you seem to come from places that are not this. Well, I guess you're kind of from the heartland of America.
Oh, the Wild West is what we call it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But like you're from places that are very well. Jake, how were you were born in America or you were born?
I was born in India. Yeah, I moved here when I was 3. Yeah.
When you were 3. Okay,
Yeah.
so you were very young.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you're both still coming from places that are like it's a little bit culturally different than where you're. Well, definitely where you're ending up now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did you grow up in Baltimore, was it? Or-
No, I grew up in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, so I moved around a bunch as a kid, and then
In like parishes, you were saying, or
parishes.
not parishes, but they were like small. What were they? Small neighborhoods. There was a name that you used.
a
for them.
cul-de-sac?
No, not cul-de-sac. They were like not parishes. Damn it,
Townships.
townships.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of like small, like not yet a city, but essentially a town.
But
Yeah.
not run by nuns.
Yes, not run by nuns. Yeah. So I grew up in like in the suburbs, of like the Mid-Atlantic area, and then I spent 7 years in Baltimore after undergrad, which was the longest I've ever lived in one place. So I kind of just say I'm from Baltimore. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I know that
Yeah.
as someone who did the same thing, I hear that.
Yeah.
And you were in Missoula.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting. Yeah, that. I mean, my upbringing, I think it wasn't traditional, but it wasn't. I don't think I could.
Wait, where did you grow up? I don't know if I know that.
I grew up. I was here in Brooklyn and Queens until I was 11,
Okay.
and then I went to Florida and lived in just a suburban township. Basically,
Mhm.
it's like 50,000 people. You know, we had a Champs Sports.
What? You had one?
We had a Champs Sports and a Denny's, and
Oh, that
Mhm.
shit's crazy.
we had good stuff. We had a couple airports around us. It's Florida,
That's
it's
wild,
retirees, and it's very suburban. And then I went to college in Georgia, and then I came back here. So I don't know anything about being in a town of like, my graduating class was not huge, but it was pretty big.
Yeah.
Between 50 and 100,000 people in the town that I
Yeah.
was in high school. Then I was here in Brooklyn, but like being in the wild, the old West.
Yeah. I literally think the largest town in Montana just passed 100,000 people in it. And that's the biggest.
What town is that?
That's Billings, Montana.
Billings.
The worst one.
Wow. Why is that the worst one?
It's just it's big, but doesn't have any of the good. It's the big city, but it's not the college town. Like the other ones are surrounded by like education, like outlets or things like that, and Billings is just like the city, and so there's not really anything to it. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have a soul to it.
So is it just like cube storage places? And
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Well, people don't actually need that much storage in Montana because they've got land, and that land is
welcome to business. We're hope you like my finely tailored suit. It's the suit that men wear for business. We've got some business to conduct, I understand, here today.
Yep.
Let's conduct some business.
Yep. We got some business and some legal work that needs to be done.
Before we start the business, I will be ringing the business bell.
Very nice watch. That's a good watch for business.
Thank you. Thank
Rolex.
you. It's shiny as can be. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Business can begin.
Start of the business day.
3 chimes have been rung.
3 chimes, which signal the start of all business. Now, as 3 businessmen here in a business office in a business building,
Yes.
we've got to get down to some business. First order of business is everybody's got a suit on.
Yep.
Make sure everybody's got a suit.
Double checking. Double breasted.
Double checking. Everybody's got a double breast.
Yep, got a double breast.
Ooh, I really admire your tie bar today.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice
Your
tie
lapel
bar.
cuffs are great.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, beautiful solid suit, beautiful pattern suit,
Thank you.
beautiful watch, as I already said.
You have a beautiful light in your eyes today, might I say.
Well, is that a part of business?
I am sorry. I
Yeah, we
I
don't talk.
apologize.
We don't talk about the light in his eyes.
We don't talk about the
From
light.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m. because those are business hours.
Those are prime hours for business. You understand this?
I do, and I apologize. A mistake like that will not happen again. I am sorry. I am ready to reinitiate business. I will ring the business bell.
Please.
Ding, ding, ding.
All
Business can be begun.
We've got to stay an extra 4 minutes today because we lost 4 minutes of business.
And again, I
Yeah.
apologize.
Yep.
There's no apologizing in business, only moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Mistakes aren't made. They're just pushed through, blasted through,
Mm-hmm.
dynamite.
Yep. And accountability is never taken for.
Nope.
You
Nor
can't.
should it.
Accountability is only accounted for when you win the account. That's what you're accountable
Yep.
for, is winning
Yes.
the
Yep.
account.
And as
Business.
the end of the 3rd and 5th quarters approach, the accounts are what we should be accounting for today.
We're at the end of the 3rd and the 5th quarters, and there's many accounts that we need to account for. Second order of business, we're moving on from the first, which is double checking that everybody's wearing a double breasted, is to check in about the 1st and 3rd quarters accounts. What's the status on those?
They are accounted for.
Excellent. Let's move on to the 3rd order of business. I made a mistake. We need to start.
Sorry. Yes,
No,
Chime.
just
Chime.
blast through that mistake.
Just
Blast through
Blast through that mistake. Blast through that admission of that mistake.
Absolutely.
I have not made an error.
Mm-hmm.
That error that was made was not an error that I made, but only a moving forward 4th order of business.
Absolutely. This is not a public acknowledgement of wrongdoing.
which is the 4th order of business.
No public acknowledgments of wrongdoing. Were there any made?
Yep.
Oh, who made a public acknowledgement of wrongdoing here?
Oh, that was me. I did it.
You are doing it again right now.
You got it.
I know.
You got it wrong. Businessman Peters, you got it wrong again.
I don't know what to do.
You're speaking in a
I know.
low tones.
I know.
Full
Low
of
tones.
remorse and regret.
Low tones are only meant for before 8 and after 5.
These are not business
honestly,
tones. You're wearing a business suit.
We speak from the diaphragm during the daytime.
Diaphragm.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna get it out. I'm just gonna let it out. I'm just gonna tell you guys. I went on vacation and I heard a voice of a woman saying regret. And when I came back here, I got behind the wheel and I hit somebody with my car.
Who's taking minutes on this meeting? Who's in charge of the minutes?
I'm taking minutes. I wrote all that down.
Please strike.
We
Strike.
Can we really be a part of the Better Business Bureau if I strike away what I just wrote down?
I want you to strike that from the record, but it's strucken me. I'm strucken.
You know what they say, who watches the Watchmen? Who betters the Better Business Bureau better than us? The Better Business Bureau.
We have to better the Better Business Bureau, which means if there's something that was done that makes it worse, then that's the new better.
Well, because of the Better Business Bureau, I am beginning to be beleaguered by what just happened.
Peters, you can't be beleaguered. You have to find another B word. Business.
I'm beleaguered though. I'm burnt out. I'm beleaguered. I'm
better.
Yeah, I'm blistered. I'm
building.
I'm butthurt.
Busy.
Bridging gaps.
Hyphenated.
I'm writing all these things down, and I'm running out of space on the notes.
Businessman Peter.
Bureau. Better Business Bureau. Well, this is business, and whatever was done in the past, we have to blast. We have to blast forward.
Yeah. All right. From this moment forward, no more acknowledgments of guilt.
You're getting small in your suit, Peters.
I know.
I think the only thing that can potentially get us back on track is just to restart the meeting and re-ring that business bell.
Please, re-ring the business bell. Peters is shrinking inside of his suit.
Okay, if we do that, then we have to add another 30 minutes at the end of the day, though, right?
Yes, but we can, by doing this, we will crumple up all of the minutes that you've written so far and save you.
I can't reach the string at the top of the bell.
Your fingers are barely coming out of the sleeves of your
Peter,
jacket.
are you shrinking?
I'm Benjamin buttoning.
No. Oh, businessman Peter, no.
You're crumpling under the weight of your tie bar.
I'm now business baby Peter.
Business baby Peter.
Business baby Peter.
I'll hold this baby.
I'll ring the bell.
This is a business baby.
And this is a business bell. Ding,
Ding.
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 It's time for lunch.
Scene.
Okay. Beautiful. That scene was sad somehow.
That's the specialty.
Is that what you're going for with the me shrinking in the suit?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. It's such a mystical, wonderful thing. How do you find your way? I usually try to avoid improv talk on this show. So now we've come far enough that we can talk about this. So I know you said you did dance, theater, working for the children's theater.
Yeah, a little bit. So once I went to Missoula, I did the, again, traditional artistic trajectory of getting a bachelor's degree in research psychology and global public health. And then
very traditional. Yeah.
But I took dance classes the whole time and then eventually got convinced to audition for a musical, and then everything spiraled out of control. And then I worked for MCT. But coming out to New York, the question was how I got into improv. Coming out to New York, again, mostly musical theater stuff, but every Sunday, I was actually just telling you this, every Sunday when I first moved to the city, I would go take a tap class up at Steps on the Upper West Side, and on my way back down to Brooklyn where I lived, I would stop by UCB on Sundays and try to get into a free Ass Cat show. And so like my Sunday ritual became taking a tap class and going and trying to see some free improv comedy. And then eventually I was like, I should take some classes. This is fun. I have a lot of fun watching that. And then it's, again, that spiraled. My life is full of spirals, but like the good spirals where it kind of spirals up. Is that called spiraling still?
I think that's called
sending arcing.
Yeah, sending.
Oh, okay.
Swirling.
Yeah, I think that's called like a good life trajectory.
Okay,
so, yeah.
So next time I text my mom, I shouldn't say I'm spiraling again.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Vincent, you're twirling.
No, I'm in a really bad place right now. I'm spiraling.
Wow.
Wow, you are pirouetting.
You're
pirouetting.
a vision.
No, I just got broken up with. I'm in a bad place.
Wow. Whatever that thing that's glowing in your hand is it some kind of pipe? It's causing the most beautiful trail behind you.
No. Well, I did find this magic wand, but no, I'm having a really hard time, and I would like to like
a meth wand. I think you called it a meth wand.
Yeah, I've sort of slipped up, and I'm in a dark place, and I would like I need to change some things. I need to change some things.
How dark can it be if your hand is glowing?
Yeah.
My hand is not glowing. I am dealing. I actively came here to tell you that I have a problem, and I would like to seek help. I would like to seek treatment. I would like to get into a better place. I have been spiraling for the past few months, and I'm not the beautiful baby boy that you thought I was.
You know what? It takes real strength and courage to say that you need to get some help. You're on the way up.
Nope. I'm literally at rock bottom.
Your face
I could
is
die
shining.
tomorrow.
Your face is shining.
No, that's because I'm in cold sweats.
Oh.
That's because my body is literally. I am going through so much right now.
Some cold, huddled masses of people are coming to seek shelter beneath your shadow.
We're in the darkened hallway of this abandoned 6th floor walk up.
Yes.
Yeah, and your
where
wand is like a torch
Your
held
meth
like
wand.
Lady Liberty.
No. I need to tell you something. I'm not Lady Liberty of any kind.
Turn around.
I have done bad things for money.
About
Turn around.
17 people back there.
Yes.
They're ready to follow you.
No.
We were coming to ask you to come back to our book club and dance group.
Mhm.
I think you've already shot past that into some glorious...
Girls. No. I want nothing more. I want nothing more than to be welcome back at book club. Okay?
Hey,
But
we don't need your opinions on the body keeps a score. We need your opinions on where to take us as our new guardian and guide.
No. I'm not.
You lead the book club.
I'm not. No.
If you won't lead it, you can't rejoin.
I want advice. No, things have never been harder for me. I'm getting evicted from my place. I have been doing illegal activities to make money. I need guidance.
He's like a real messiah figure.
No, stop idolizing me.
You're living through the grit and gristle of life and bringing back a wisdom.
You're like a Greek hero that has gone through a fall to then rise even farther.
You're like Moses with the tablets.
I'm not rising anywhere. I defaulted on so many loans that they gave me the worst credit card.
Hey.
The credit card, when I opened it, automatically lowered my credit.
Hey,
I've
man.
never been in a worse place in my life. They handed me free tickets to Stomp. It's been closed for a while. Don't know how that happened, but it makes me feel bad.
Hercules was given 12 trials, and it sounds like you've only gone through 3.
No.
So we're here.
Yes, that's what I need. I need you to take me, help me get me back on my feet. I would love if I could just crash on one of your couches for a little while. That's all I need.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
What a blessing to act as though you need our help.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Just to make us feel not so
I'm not
small.
Mother Teresa-ing this. No.
There's a piece of old philosophy that says like asking others for help is like giving them a gift because then we don't have to think about ourselves.
Please give
We
me
can
a
think
gift.
about you.
No, I need a gift of literally any kind.
You heard that? He said gifts of any kind. He's going to give alms to the poor.
No, I am the poor in this situation. I just want to get help getting back on my feet.
All right. We'll help you.
Yeah. We'll help you.
Really? Like helping me by giving me a place to stay, like a warm meal, like friendship, camaraderie through this time. Like I really could just use some people who care.
Here's a hug.
Aw.
Yeah. We'll take care of you, and then you will guide us to the next plane of
I
life.
feel like I'm taking on his power.
No,
Yes.
there's literally not. That's not how this. Oh my god.
We're ascending.
Oh my god.
We're ascending.
I am God. Dude.
Oh, we found it. Okay. All right. Quickly, tell people how to find you, Christopher.
Oh, I am Christopher Morrucci. You can follow me on Instagram. I am ChristopherMorucci. You can find all my stuff there.
Cool. I'm Jake Joseph. You can follow me on Instagram at Foolish Boy. The O's are zeros, so it's F00LISH_B0Y.
And that's beautiful. Wishing Christopher luck. He's going to Amsterdam to do Discount Disco.
Woo.
And this has been No Suggestion. We love you guys. Good night.
Good night.